Let's wait about 2 minutes more before we begin. Jacob, is it Jacob here? Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's begin. Jacob, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please help with the attendance.
Okay, sir.
Once it is 9:10, you can start taking attendance.
All right, sir.
So, who's that? So yesterday we talked about preparing for your presentation. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Oh,
Good
God.
morning, quick guys. You came late. Just
Oh, Mr. Samuel, please, are you cutting?
so yesterday we talked about preparing for your presentation. Preparing for your presentation, and we talked about some adequate steps you need to take before you have a successful presentation. If your mic is on, please mute yourself. We talked about what you need to do before your presentation, what you need to ensure must be in place for your presentation. Don't just have your slide in one device. in one place, you could just back it up on Google Cloud, on Google Drive, sorry, or put it in a drive, flash drive, external drive. You know what I mean by that. So if you are to use the sound or video, make sure the file stays with the presentation inside the same folder. Okay, especially if you copy the material into another device, it must be inside one folder. So you can't say you want to present now and you need a folder, you need a video, you're not searching, looking for it. It must be in a folder where you can easily reach out to. And if anyone is presenting or sharing screen from anywhere for you, so they can easily access it and share it for you. So today we'll be looking at making your presentation. Making your presentation. Presenter must be well dressed and be presentable. You must be well dressed and be presentable. Ensure you are not in a noisy area. First of all, you are not just presenting your slide, you are presenting yourself as well. I want that to stay at the back of our mind. Not just the dressing alone, but the manner of which we speak. The choice of words we use to our audience is also part of what we present. It's part of what, how we present ourselves. What we say is what we are. You know what I'm saying? The choice of words we use is the person we are, is who we are. You know what I'm saying? So we should be conscious of how we speak, of how we present each and every word we use when we are presenting our slides, okay? Or when we are presenting an idea. You know what I'm saying? Ensure you are not in a noisy area. Ensure you are not in a noisy area. We had an instance where there was this person, I can't remember the person's name. The person must be listening presently. He or she wanted to present, but still in traffic. So it's not allowed. It's a demerit. Or when you know you are present today, you should wake up early and get to the office as early as possible, or get to a silent area as quick as possible. No, you can't be presenting and we are hearing some kind of distracting noise in your background. It's a demerit on its own. If we are to assess that way, a lot of people will fail. Okay, and besides, there are several type of devices. I mean, audio devices you can use, like the one I'm using. It will silence every noise coming from your background. Then it only pick your own voice. Okay, so if peradventure you find yourself in a noise area, this kind of device is helpful. Okay, ensure you present the key points as quick as possible. What are you saying? What do you want to discuss? You should present it as quick as possible so people can ask, chances to, ask you questions, and then you'll be able to expatiate as quick as possible. Don't waste time using a lot of words trying to make sure you understand. No, it's not about understanding. It's about you presenting and making yourself clear by using the right choice of words. Okay? Ensure you ask random questions while presenting to confirm if you are being followed. All right. That is a form of evaluation also. You should, after saying some things and you feel your audience are too serious and they're just looking at you, you just drop in some questions that could trigger, some sort of audience and some sort of engagement that you will see that, okay, these people are following you, then that, that it's a good chance for you to go forward with your presentation. So when we're talking about being presentable, this is an example here. Sorry, I have not been presenting my slide. So this is an example here. Look at this person. Look at him. well dressed, in a nice area, a very good area. The light is enough there. I don't know if you are seeing me clearly, but I think my camera is bad. Okay, and that's a demerit for me also. So when you are presenting, you should ensure that you have a very good camera. The other day I presented, I was using my phone camera. I connected my Wi-Fi to my phone. Then while presenting the camera, the phone camera is always clear. So I use that as the webcam. But today, I don't know, the device just shut down, stuff like that. So I couldn't connect it. So I'm sorry for that. If you're not seeing me clearly, so we need to ensure we are clear and our audience are seeing us clearly while we present. All right. So look at this person's slide. Look at the color combination. Isn't it nice? Look at it. Very deep and brilliant. Very deep and brilliant. Presenter or facilitator must be presentable and visible. Slide must be well saturated for proper visibility. There must not be other things on the screen apart from your slide. Like the other time when I was making your presentation, not quite long, I forgot clicking on present. So some of you might be looking at the tabs. Some of you might be looking at what's all this thing on my screen, which is very wrong. The demerit on my side also is very wrong. You must be presenting your slide enough, and there's no other distraction, other thing on your screen. Okay, so let's just move. Recording your presentation. Someone asked a question yesterday concerning this. We'll tweet it here now. All right, we encourage all participants to record themselves presenting their creative slides, as this is believed to help the participants have adequate preparation towards the initial live stream Zoom meeting presentation. So yeah, it is believed and it is true that when you record yourself presenting, you yourself might have seen your error. Okay, after recording, you watch the video again. Do I really understand what I'm presenting? Is my choice of words really adequate? Will my audience get engaged from this little thing I did? Will people be engaged? Will people like it? Will people understand? Will this drive a lot of comments to my video? Who will need this video? You know what I'm saying? So you have to analyze those things, and recording yourself will help you achieve that. So how do you record yourself? What are the apps you could use to record yourself? Most especially, I recommend using Zoom app. Okay, it's a very simple way. You just open your Zoom app, you alone there, no participant. Okay, although it will be online, it will consume your data a lot. But ensure you have a lot of data. All right, in order for you to be successful recording using Zoom app. Okay, but it's cool. It's best anyways. What your user is going to do is to share your screen, then on your camera and start presenting. Okay, click on more, and there's something called record on this computer. Alt-R. By using Alt-R, it will take you to record to this computer, to start recording to your computer directly. Okay, so using that process is very fast and simple. Okay, there are some other apps too. We have apps like Loom, Nimbus, but on this slide we'll be focusing on using Zoom as recorded tools for you to record your public artifacts. You have to note that while recording yourself using Zoom, you have to share your screen and your video. Record the video to the computer, as I've said. Okay, here this is an example. So yeah, we have an example. After opening the Zoom app, click on share screen. After clicking on your share screen, then you click on the more. Look at the more here, then click on record on this computer. Can you see? Can you see that? So with that process, that simple process, you're already recording yourself. Before we move ahead, is there any question on this area? Does anyone have question? You can as well unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Victor.
Okay, good morning.
morning.
You were saying something the other time. You said that is it app that you use to filter the noise background. Please, can you
Yes.
share the app with us, like name of the app, so we can also make use of it?
Oh, it's not an app, it's a device. The one on my ear presently.
Okay, headset. Bluetooth, yeah.
It's a device that helps filter noise in the background.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So, is there any other question?
Yeah, this is Olivia. I have a question.
Olivia, good morning.
What just explained, is it that we're supposed to actually do a personal recording for ourselves, or we're supposed to actually send it while sending the slides?
Olivia, I didn't get that question. Can you come in again?
My question is, the video that we're supposed to actually do, I'm guessing the video is supposed to do before the day of our presentation. Are we supposed to send it with the slide, or we're actually doing it just to see how it's going to be like before we do the presentation?
No, it's after your slide has been approved, then that's when you will record yourself. You send the link of the record to the KD channel, okay? 3 days before your real presentation. Sending it there, people will view and like it. While uploading it to your social media, for example, Facebook, Instagram, you tag Link Up Dev Center, okay, and some of your friends that you have. So people would like and comment. It helps you build some sort of what should I call it now? Portfolio, visibility that yes, I'm doing this. Okay. Olivia, did I answer your question at all?
Yeah, it's just I haven't actually seen anybody done it for like the past month, so that's why it's kind of confusing.
Okay, you haven't seen anybody doing it for the past month.
Yeah.
There are people doing it. Some are actually faithful doing it, and some are not doing it. They are doing it themselves.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can actually use Loom or Zoom. It doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Of course, it doesn't matter. You can use any app, anyone you
Okay.
find simple.
Thank you.
Just ensure your camera is on and your slide is sharing.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's it. You're welcome.
Sorry, thank you for answering that question. I was about asking something similar, but in addition to what Olivia just asked, you said first, after the slide might have been approved, and we have the obligation of sending the slide through our drive, through Google Drive, for whoever wants to help you share. That's we're talking of in case there's
in
case there's an issue, so someone will be able to assist from the Google Drive where the link has been dropped through the KD. Then once you sent the link now, that's after the approval, and then the whole thing has been approved. That's when we now do this same video recording and also send the link of the video through the channels, you said?
Yes, of course.
And then we are to copy, or we are to tag Bincom, or how do you?
Center. While uploading your video, you can tag Bincom Dev Center, okay? It's such as a marketing effort for the company itself, and it shows where you also are coming from.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that the question? Have I answered it? Okay, is there any other question? Okay, can we move now? All right, let's just go ahead. uploading your KD to any of your social media. Yeah, I might have mentioned something here. Uploaders are expected to have uploaded the recorded KD video to their various public social media like Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, Eskimi. Mention them. There are lots. There are lots. No, where it can easily gain visibility. YouTube is not exceptional, but you can also upload on YouTube if you have a lot of subscribers under you and you feel people can view. I think YouTube also you can add some sort of keywords that will make the search engine on YouTube locate your video whenever anybody search something that relates to your video. So it's nice anyway. And you can also tag hashtag Bincom Dev Center on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Okay. So after uploading your video, you are to send the link to kd@bincom.net. Especially this SDD will be updated, especially the KD channel. So your team member, our team member, Bincom family can follow you and like your video, watch it and comment and see the way you are, presenting things and burning in fire. Yeah, the hashtag you have to use. To web marketing efforts, use the Bincom Dev Center and tag at Bincom Dev Center on your social media posts. I hope this is clear because after this presentation, going forward, you're not following due process, you won't be able to present. Okay, you won't be able to present, and that's why we are taking another time to do this orientation again. Okay, so that when the next owner starts fully, he or she won't have problem when it comes to the process. Okay, and if you don't follow the process, you won't present, and automatically that's the demerit. Facilitating the KD session. I've seen instances where by the presenter is also the facilitator for that moment. We usually have 2 facilitators every day. They have 20 minutes each to spend. This facilitator are also known as the presenter. Every member in Bincom Dev Center who is presenting on a certain day of KD session are regarded as facilitator for that moment. Okay. So okay, I've mentioned that. Okay, I've mentioned that. Okay. Yeah. So some members don't really know how to facilitate. You don't need to just start talking without carrying your audience along. Typically, you have 15 minutes to say whatever you want to say in your slide. Your slide might be up to 80, might be even be 1 million slides. So you have just 15 minutes to present what you want to say and engage your audience. Then 5 minutes remaining is for your evaluation. So you coming to KD session actually means you are what? Cutting your time. You are cutting your time and you are wasting other people's time because time is precious nowadays. Okay. Make sure you do a brief introduction of yourself, your content, your presentation, like what should I call it? A prologue, actually. Make sure you know your content. The other time I already said a lot of everything, all the things on the screen. I already said it without even reading it. So you must know your content. So know your content will help you manage your time. Will help you manage the amount of time you're spending on each slide instead of you reading out one by one and wasting people's time. Although there are some particular slides you need to read out. You need to read out to people so people can actually get what is there. But in most time you have to know your content and just say it. Okay. So that's for that. Coordinating the KD session. Anybody in Bincom Dev Center can be called at any time to coordinate the KD session. what I am doing presently, or what I've been doing before today, I've been coordinating the KD session by ensuring people are attending, by updating the KD calendar, by scheduling people for presentation, by by making sure people are engaged to a certain presentation. Okay, so those are the things the coordinator are meant to do. Who is the coordinator of KD session? Coordinator is also referred to as service owner, the person who manages the day-to-day running of the KD session. He or she is also responsible for sending reminders to facilitator, updating the KD SDD, live streaming of the session, attendance taking, and moderation of the presentation. So I've mentioned all this in my previous explanation, and I'm sure we are clear on that. The KD Zoom channel. The service owner is expected to have access to the organization's Zoom account, under which it can find the already scheduled KD meeting. So for the new owner, as a new owner for the KD session, Jacob, you will be granted access to the organization Zoom account. So where we will then activate your Gmail in order to be able to live stream using your mail. So this live stream will be going directly to Bincom Dev Center YouTube channel. All right. So yeah, it is. Here is what the Zoom app looks like, the organization app. It is a licensed Zoom account. The licensed Zoom account. Okay, live streaming. Most of us here, we could, I mean, have some knowledge, gain some knowledge from this place, because not everybody can live stream. Not everybody can live stream. Live streaming this session. Service owner of the KD session is expected to have gained access into live streaming on the organization YouTube channel. Note, if you don't have access, kindly request access from the management. All right, management of post services. So here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Click on live on YouTube. Start clicking on that. Take you to your browser. Your browser, this is the Chrome browser here. Take you to there, and you click on this. Normally, if you have two mail on your laptop, like you have logged in mail, two logged in mail, or even several logged in mail, you have to choose your official mail. Start choosing your official mail to take you to this place. But because on my laptop I only have my official mail, okay, so that's why it took me down here immediately. Yes, you click on Bincom Dev Center YouTube, of course. Then you ensure this this section is publicly live streamed. Okay, publicly live streamed. Yes. Ensuring people are engaged. How do I ensure people are engaged? Who can give me an example of what I do? Any example of what I do? How do I ensure people are engaged?
You raise hands sometimes and ask questions from the chat box from people. Sometimes I have seen you mentioning people's name.
Okay.
Through the chat box. So I think by that you engage the person to be active. I think that's what you do. You make the person.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Thanks for that. Any additions from anybody else? Any addition? Or you feel I can also do some other things to ensure people are engaged? You can just start as an idea. Any addition, please? Should I call names? Great. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, you're active. Okay. Nneka.
Yes. What you're trying to do now is how you ensure people are engaged.
Thank you. All right, let's just move. I hope everyone got what I was saying. Okay. Attendance should be taken in the first 10 minutes of each presentation. Jacob, Alpha. About the attendance.
I've taken the attendance.
All right.
Okay, sorry, sir. Mr. Samuel, this is where I want to come in, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know how it's been done. I'm not trying to bring in a rule or exceptionality here, but I'm trying to say in a situation where you take attendance at the first 10 minutes, peradventure someone has problem connecting and is genuinely online and has an issue. Like I ran into problem yesterday. I'm giving you myself as an example, and I had to call somebody in the company to actually help me with another link because my phone actually frozen, my system hanged. So there was no network for me to just log in. I was on from 8:55, but after my my knowledge development, I was on. Once it was 8:55, I knew it was time for KD. Tried to log in, I couldn't log in. To be sincere now, every effort was proving abortive. And so there was no how I could log in. I was able to log in like 12 minutes past 9. Not that I was not available. So in that situation, what do you do? Because if you say somebody should take attendance 10 minutes into the days and the person and someone else ran into this problem, what is the next solution? Let's not take away the fact that there will definitely be errors sometimes from network. Yes.
Of course. That's why when we give demerit, we usually ask for objections. And if your objection is sustained, then that's it. If it is genuine enough, we sustain the objection. Okay. So we understand that there might be some exceptional errors or exceptional incidents that could cause anything to happen. So that's why we actually put any objection, we ask for objections. We are lenient by asking for objections. And we are not just doing this because it is the way it should be done. Okay. We are lenient. We are lenient. Just we are lenient. And we don't want people to what should I call it now? We don't want people to misuse the opportunity, and that is why we just say, okay, 10 minutes. If you are then late by 10 minutes, that's a demerit, normal. But if you have a genuine objections, then there's no harm in pushing that word further. So I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, sorry, but how do you then rate the demerit at the end of the class? That there will be a room for objection. I'm trying to you get now, at the end of the class, or at the time where somebody starts a section and don't finish, maybe he logs out because of time, or I don't know. I want us to check this, and so that we'll come to a reasonable conclusion. Because if I'm to log in on time because I want to beat time, and while I am on, probably something happened. I didn't finish the class, and or at the time that somebody has a class or something else, and the section is still on, and then because is it better we just mark register and go and do something else, or it's better you stay till the end? At the end of the day, you see people who are genuinely on, taking away.
Normal. Actually, the merit, the 10 minutes attendance alone is not what we check before we give you the merit. You might be 10 minutes late, and then you are still active after coming late. After that 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe asking questions, being active. Actually, that alone can waive that demerit of being able. Definitely, there will be a demerit. Then you then explain that this is what happened. Then yeah, it's truly that you were active while in the section.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Samuel.
Okay. Love it.
There's one he said that you did not emphasize. He said if someone have class, but let me say this KD session will end by 9:45, and by 9:46, 47, 48, this session is still on, and somebody have another thing by 9:45 off. Should the person leave this session for the? I don't. That is where I want to
Yeah,
understand.
of course. That's a genuine reason. It's a genuine reason. You can leave when you have class. Okay. All right. Could that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Hello,
Abubakar, good morning.
this is where I come in. Like, based on what you like, I'm sorry with my voice, Samuel. I'm sick, so not
You're
strong.
not audible.
Yeah, I'm not strong. So, are you not hearing me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Sorry, I'm sick, guys. I'm not like healthy enough to speak
Yeah,
loudly.
sorry.
What I'm saying is, like what she said regarding the issue of having class.
Okay.
You know, I'm still on my I'm still objecting that my demerit in regards to that weekly drill or something like that. So what I want to know is if you are having class, for example, marketing or any other classes that you are running, are all those things not like subjected to you? For
Actually, you
example,
have
the weekly drill is I'm coming. For example, the
Okay.
weekly drill is timed. Like they said, if you do not submit at this by this particular time, you will be regarded you will be like absent. You have not done it. Sure, you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm
Understand you.
saying is, and the time like is not like the time you are having the class until the time even expires, you will not be done with the class. So you still get demerit for that, like something that is assigned to you.
I didn't get that. Towards the end of the class of the session, you're having a class, right?
Yes,
And
for
you
example.
then want to leave. You've got to tell the coordinator of the session that, oh, I'm about leaving for a certain class. You will note that down. It's a very simple thing to do. Abubakar, love it. That answered that question.
Yes, you answered my question.
All right, cool.
Concerning that, sorry, very briefly,
Okay.
sir. You know, part of the demerit you explained that I had 6 demerit, and you say one is from not attending KD session, which I think I explained, but then that is 2 demerit for not attending KD session. The other 4 came from weekly drill. And I explained that I was in infrastructural DevOps. Most of the tasks in weekly drill is always on the Python and what other programming class. I have once raised this question that there's no task for IT infrastructural DevOps. You said you were going to look into it. Most times when the weekly deal is on, I'm only watching what they are doing. I don't know more about programming. For example, PHP or Python, if you understand where I'm going to now, I'm not into those things. So when the challenge is ongoing, once I'm around, I'm rather there just watching what they are doing. I cannot contribute to some of the things. And that was why I raised that question sometimes ago that, look, the infrastructural DevOps don't have tax KD challenge to go through when we are at the weekly drill. And you said you were going to look into it and add something. Each time they do a weekly deal is on, I had other things to do, like my KPI that is given to me that I needed to be. Why will I sometimes be at the weekly drill just watching and not participating when I had other classes to take? Right, I also make sure that I attend, but you still gave me demerit for not attending.
Thank you for raising that issue. I also even want to speak.
You understand, sir? Thank you. You still gave me demerit for that, even though I raised a complete concern, an issue that we don't have a tax under infrastructure. I have gone through the whole list. I kept saying it. Nothing for me to do.
Okay.
That had to do with infrastructure DevOps there. Most of the tax there is for Python, PHP, and these people. That's what is there. For me, I'm
And
only going to
even
watch it.
I'm even having the same issue with weekly drill because that's what cost me demerit last month.
Yes,
and the same
it's
thing
giving
happens
us
this month.
demerit, sir.
And this weekly drill, you need to work like thoroughly on it. You need to work on it.
Okay.
I'm
Let me
coming.
just answer
Listen,
that quickly.
I'm still talking. What I'm even saying is that the first week I can accept the first week that I did not participate. Why? And it's because of the same reason Peter just finished stating now. You will not
Okay.
even know what to do under the weekly drill. How will you perform? How will you submit the result? I accept that one, for example. But the second week, I was inside. I was like, I even participated the second week because there was a room for project management. I participated. The third week, I was inside class. I was having digital marketing class. How did I end up with demerit for that third week? You know, the second week, meaning the second week, I have participated. There's no
Abubakar.
demerit for that.
Abubakar.
The third week, I was on digital marketing class. Then how will I have a demerit for that while I was in class and the weekly is conducted? That fight continued until the fifth week. And it stated that I have 4 demerits. Where does that 3 demerits come from? If I accept the fact that first one, that it's not even my fault, it's something that I don't even know how to participate in it. The 3 demerits, where are they coming from? And it is stated that I have 4 demerits. And you see, this is clearly unfair demerit as it stated earlier. And I have stated this severally. I have explained this to you. I have tried to explain this to you, but I don't know why you didn't even understand. Please, you should do something about the weekly drill. In as far as I'm concerned, only weekly drill, in as far as this weekly drill issue.
Abubakar, you are saying too much of words. Which one do you want me to attend to now?
It's time for stand up.
Wait,
You are saying too much of words.
Abubakar. Now, sorry to come in. Since you are talking about
seriously, because in as far as I'm concerned, I will not have demerit on every other day. I attend every KD and every other. I will not have demerit on them. The only thing I'm having.
Abubakar, let's move the class to tomorrow. Let's adjourn it to tomorrow so that we can go for our stand up, please. I was also affected. I was also affected, but let's leave it till tomorrow.
All right, everyone, it's time to end this section. I really appreciate everyone's contributions. And where we stop today, we'll continue next tomorrow. Have a good day. It's time for our stand-ups.
Sorry, if you're affected with weekly drill, please attend weekly drill today. If me, I am fit, we would all talk about it so that we won't have issues like this again.
All right. Thank you, Damilare.